Good evening, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about tonight's game, Rockets versus the Pacers. The Rockets, they lost a very winnable game, to say the least. I'm going to have to just chalk it up to us being young, us not knowing that we got to get on the floor. I mean, the only person that had the right energy was Amen Thompson. The sense of urgency was Amen Thompson crashing the boards. So player of the game goes to Amen Thompson because he was the only person that had that sense of urgency, that fire under him, that nobody has to call timeout. Nobody has to let y'all know, okay, guys, we got to turn it on. So shout out to Amen Thompson and a special shout out to Jalen Green, man. He had a great game. Seems like he's starting to come back into form a little bit. Has some timely three pointers, but in the end, we did lose. But you kept us close, man. We had a great first half. The Pacers just, unfortunately, they had a better. They didn't have a better first half. They had a better first quarter than us. I think they were shooting like 70% from the field, some gaudy numbers. So they got the best offense of the league. What else can you really say? But my adjustment for that is we have a slow placed offense. Instead of trying to match them on pace, what we should have been doing is slowing the game down and getting a good shot. Making sure that we get a good shot every time down and slowing the game down in that way because they couldn't defend us they couldn't defend us on the offensive glass and they couldn't defend us when we were crashing the rim. So we should have been able to understand that. We should have been able to recognize that. And that's what I have to chalk up to us just being young because I think that a veteran team and an experienced team would be able to realize, look, let's get one shot. We're not going to shoot any shot unless it's wide open or a layup above 17 seconds. We're going to pass the ball around and we're going to see if we can get a mismatch with the clock running down. Another adjustment that we got to be making. In the fourth quarter, Alfred Şengün was not the player that we should have been playing through. He's our first option, yes. But when our first option isn't playing like a first option and our second option, second option is Jalen Green, is playing like the first option, we got to be playing through Jalen, man. We should have been giving the ball to Jalen and let that hot hand take us to where we need to get to, man. And we're not able to recognize that. And I think that's just part of chemistry. That's just part of us being a young team. But those are the things that are just so frustrating about the Rockets because we have so much potential. We got so much talent. But it's just that we don't know the right plays to make. Fred Van Fleet, you were missed this game. Tari Eason, you have certainly missed this game. But Amen Thompson stepped up. And when his shot comes around, I can see now why you were number 4 overall pick, number 1 overall by us. I could see why you were that pick, man, because you got the intangibles of a superstar. You got the fire under you that nobody has to tell you, Lay, we need to be diving on the floor, getting the basketball. It's a critical moment in the game. Nobody wants to dive on the floor. Can I challenge? Can that be the challenge that I see people start diving on the floor? When there's a loose ball, let's not be too cool to dive on the floor. Let's not be too cool to dive on the floor, y'all. And on losing efforts, y'all gonna get a very horrible attitude from me. Cause we should have won that game. We should have won that game. We should have came out with a different level of fire in the second half. I understand that they make runs, but we should have been getting some stops. There should have been some times where we were getting stops. They can't score every single time down, and we expect to win. So, horrible job on the Rockets defense. The only person that was doing good on defense this game is Amen Thompson. because he had some critical moments and wasn't playing like a rookie this game. Shout out to Amen Thompson. Player of the game goes to Amen Thompson with a special shout out to Jalen Green. In the third quarter, we did lose our momentum. I pretty much had texted Aaron Holiday needs to get out of the game because he's getting exposed, and the coaching staff must have listened to me because I didn't see Aaron Holiday for the rest of the game after that. Dude was getting picked on. TJ McConnell was getting whatever he wanted to on Aaron Holiday. He turned the ball over, started the whole run, and I'm going to be tough on Aaron Holiday because, man, look, there's just certain things that you just don't do, man. You gotta, you're taking the ball up. You're the point guard for our team in that moment. You got to have a level of urgency when you're grabbing the ball from out of bounds. You got to have a level of, okay, I got to always be on my toes. I know that people do sneaky stuff in the inbounds pass. I know people do the Jose Alvarado stuff and sneak up behind me. I got to always be on my toes. TJ McConnell is one of those players that's going to sneak up on you and steal the ball from you at the inopportune times. You got exposed last night, man. You're not paying attention on your job and what you're supposed to be doing, man. That's all offensive IQ. You're too old and in the NBA for a long period of time. You're a journeyman. You used to play with the Indiana Pacers. You should have known that. You should have known that you got exposed this game and you deserve to sit on the bench. It is what it is. It is what it is. All the nice stuff, this is my favorite team, and I'm just gonna, that's for the birds. Let's say the name of the show right here. That was for the birds. This last game that we play where we don't play any defense and we trying to match everybody, we're trying to match the speed of playing the other people's games, that's for the birds. That's for the birds. Let's stop that right now. We play our game. We play good defense, and we slow down and we get a great shot and we play through the hot man. That's our game. We don't play other people's games. When we play other people's games, we lose. And our floor general is out, Fred VanVleet, we lose. So let's make a commitment. Let's make a stand. And let's say we're going to stick to playing Rockets basketball. Because when we play Pacer basketball, we get paced out of the gym. We get our light shot out. They made more threes, and they slowed down after a while, but 70% from the field in the first quarter, 60% in the first half, and they just kept it rolling until TJ McConnell decided, you know what, I'm just going to pick on Aaron Holiday and expose him. And I'm going on a rant because I got that fire under me that y'all don't have. Y'all need to start diving on the floor. Y'all need to start getting after it. Start playing some defense. Jalen Green, man, you had a great game, but you should be taking that offensive that you're not on the game in the defensive possessions when we need to get a stop. I thought you wanted to be an all-star. You shouldn't go after the coaching staff after me saying this. You need to get in the lab and slide your feet, man. And I've been seeing improvements, but the coaching staff isn't seeing improvements, man, because you're not on the game in the defense when we need a defensive stop. So, man, do better. Do better. Next game, we play against the Toronto Raptors. Fred VanVleet's going back. I don't think he's going to play, but we miss our grit guys, man. Tari Eason, please, one of the announcers say when Tari is going to come back because we miss him so much. This was another example of a game where we missed Tari Eason a lot. We missed him. So this next game against the Toronto Raptors, I'm not even going to say let's get back in the win column anymore because apparently that's for the birds too. Let's just put our best foot forward, man, and try to iron out a win however we can. Let's play our brand of basketball, y'all.